Hello, beautiful souls. How y'all doing? If you're new here, I'm Brainy, and this is Brainy Twin Gemini, where we talk about unconditional love, the purest form of love, spiritual health, growth, fitness, prosperity, all good things. Today, I will be doing a message as it resonates for Twin Flame, Soulmate, Divine Love, Fated Connection, however you resonate with this beautiful raw form of love in your precious heart as it resonates for masculine energy. So I'm going to get started. I don't know if some of you are feeling some crazy energy. I feel like it's just collectively in the world right now, but there's some crazy energy going on this morning, and this is a fundamental message as it resonates for the masculine earth space as of this moment is unconditional love. And it was resonating over and over and over. And I don't know if some of you have those like awake, you're half awake, half asleep. And there's like this thought that like keeps perpetuating over and over and over in your mind space. Well, today it was unconditional love. And you have to have unconditional love for oneself in order for that to translate back into your physical orbit. So true. I feel like you are radiating unconditional love, and it is so profound. And the masculine is just, I want to say, just very nostalgic for their divine feminine. So they're just remembering all the precious moments that you shared, the conversations. They're having dreams of you. They're just extremely nostalgic. And they're just like gazing out the window, just thinking of you and the beauty of your energy and of your absolute pure essence. They are resting a lot. I feel like maybe you are too feminine energy, but I feel this is more predominant for the masculine right now. They're resting a lot because they're going through a lot as it resonates for Kundalini Activation. So they're deep in their purification and cleansing mode, as you are too, feminine energy, but it becomes very energetically exhausting. You feel like you have flu-like symptoms, your body aches, it hurts, you just feel this extreme exhaustion. It seems to come out of nowhere. So they're deep in this activation, and very nostalgic. I want to say that there's always that battle of the nemesis of the ego. The ego is there to protect us, but it's sometimes there, I want to say, as a ghost to haunt us, and it takes us to some dark thoughts and just confusion. So they're always battling and stabilizing their ego to get to a healthy head space, mind space. So I feel like that's the resting is meditating and clearing their mind and the rubbish and the noise. So beautiful. If they could say anything to you at this moment in time, feminine energy, what would it be? And absolutely unconditional love. They have unconditional love for you. They realize what this is. This is, when you get to this knowledge of unconditional love, I want to say it's one of those breakthroughs on the journey. And they have unconditional love for you, and they realize that they do. As they awaken throughout this journey, you don't just wake up one day and say, oh, hallelujah, I'm awakened. This is an evolving process within yourself. It's a lifelong process. So while you have the gift of awakening, you endeavor your journey, awakening each and every day, and learning more, getting more wisdom, knowledge, vision, prophecy, intuition, all sorts of things. You awaken until you get to that complete state of bliss and enlightenment, and know that it's not a place that you can be forever, because we're in a third dimensional world with heaps and loads of low vibration. So I love that so much. They are awakening to the 3D world and this unconditional love. So this is outside of the physical realm, much of this connection, and you will learn to understand that as you get further in your awakening journey. But they are awakening to this unconditional love in the third dimensional world, and I love it all so much, and they want you to know that. Feminine energy. One other thing that they want you to know, and this is coming out, and I don't know why it is, I feel like it's just one of these things that is just, it's flourishing, it's coming to the surface, I think, in the third dimensional world in general, and it's this inner child, and this wounded inner child, and suffering through trauma. We live in a dirty, filthy world, unfortunately, and we are, as I said many times, we're born pure, we're born vulnerable, and as we endeavor our journey of life, sometimes that purity and that innocence gets stripped away. It's not your fault, but dealing with that inner child is so, so important, and acknowledging it and realizing that whatever, this is your soul DNA, so to speak. It forms you to give you the strength, courage, all sorts of things. I know it doesn't seem fair, but this masculine wants you to know that they're becoming very intimate with their inner child and some of the wounds that have carried deep within them, and they're just acknowledging that child and loving that child. You know how important it is? Because that's who we are. Like, our inner child is a fundamental part of who we are. And they want you to be patient with them as they're healing these inner child wounds. I feel like just such, like, the earth is getting a bath, so to speak, and we may not see it. I feel like you are disciples of unconditional love, and you radiate this love and you heal others in ways you don't even visually see possible. But I feel like the world is getting a bath right now, and there's a lot of awakening going on to the trauma, and it's getting to a point where it truly really needs to stop. And if it doesn't, then there is going to be a cleansing of, I want to say, beings, and it will not be pleasant. I wrote this down in my journal, and regrettably I did get confirmation from Source that this is going to occur. I believe you are meant to help the darkness help the darkness come into light, and you emanate this light. And I really feel that's very important right now. As I said, I received confirmation of it yesterday. I wasn't looking for it. I was hoping I was wrong, but regrettably not. So there's some form of cleansing coming in the near future, and a mass cleansing. They also want you to know that they lie awake manifesting our love, your love. Absolutely, 100%. This resonates with rest. So they are kind of lying awake resting, because this Kundalini activation is very exhausting. But they're lying there, they're nostalgic, they're manifesting your love, and I love it. I want to profess my love to you and to thank you for always believing in me. And despite the hurdles and the obstacles that you both endure on this journey, this masculine wants to thank you, because they know in their heart of heart and their soul of souls that you do believe in them, and you are loyal, and you are nurturing, and it's absolutely beautiful. And for some of you that have not been hearing this message, it's been coming up quite often lately. I'm ending karmic cycles that don't fulfill my soul. Absolutely, 100%. It's instinctive. If this is your journey, you know exactly what you need to remove out of your life. As you meditate, as you rest, as you purify, as you cleanse, there's this infinite wisdom within yourself that says, maybe this isn't a good thing for me anymore. Maybe I should remove this out of my orbit and my essence. always in a loving way, because you have that natural unconditional love within yourself. So they want you to know that. What's the overall energy of this beautiful, sacred love? I want to talk about this at the body connections. As you're well aware, when you come into each other, first of all, you activate that awakening, you activate that Kundalini activation, that purification, that cleansing. And you will travel throughout the body connections, also known as the chakras, simultaneously throughout your journey. It's whatever needs cleansing. And just when you think you've cleansed and purified all your body connections, you dip or dabble into the third dimensional world, and all that good, beautiful purification work goes to, I want to say, hell in a handbasket, so to speak, because these energy vampires want your good energy, your purification, your innocence. So it is, as I said earlier, it's a lifelong journey. But today, the body connection that is blowing wide open, cleansing and purifying, and I love this so very much, is the heart chakra. And it completely resonates with unconditional love. When the heart chakra is purifying, it's very overwhelming. You have this body vibration, you have this deep sense of love, happiness, bliss, and harmony. And it's located in the heart area, as you know. It governs the thymus gland, heart, blood, circulatory system, the immune system, the endocrine systems. It is the center of emotions, our social identity, and self-acceptance. It is related to love naturally. When developed, it improves our ability to love deeply, feel compassion, and to have a deep sense of peace and centeredness. And I feel that there is this deep sense of peace and centeredness. I also felt earlier that, and this is such a beautiful, beautiful momentum for this beautiful collective group of souls, is you truly are just letting it go and living your life the best way that you know how. And that is so significant, and I love that so much. I feel some of you may be at a crossroads with this physical separation. And you must realize that this is just physical. You're always energetically together. You transfer energy back and forth to each other. And what you're doing is you're transferring love, the heart chakra, unconditional love. It is natural. You will go through many moments of crossroads when you're in physical separation, but the wisdom and the knowledge will come to you. It is one of those necessary things that you have to stay away from each other with no contact. I feel like when I met my beloved soul and I felt this love, like you absolutely do too. It's how, like, you can't comprehend the depth of this love. And I felt like when we were together, before we went to physical separation, that we would always be together. I was so naive at that time. And then we went into physical separation. And the further we went into our journey of physical separation, the more wisdom I gained. And I realized that this was necessary for both of us. I can't tell you when you'll come out of physical separation. It usually is when you're happy living your life on who you're truly meant to be, your true authenticity. And when you truly, truly let go. We fool ourselves sometimes saying that we do, but we're not letting go of that physical separation. And that's kind of one of the biggest blocks on the journey, is not being able to let go. So some of you may be at this temporary crossroads. I do want to say one thing. There is some very valuable truths coming to you, and this is a result of that separation. So you're going to be coming into a profound wisdom and knowledge, and it is going to take you from that temporary crossroad onto the right path to oneself of that unconditional love. And I love it all so much. And for some of you, your creativity is peaking, and that creativity is going to bring you to some profound truths as well. I feel like, as I said the last message I gave, it was nature will give you some profound, deep messages. They always do. But your creativity is peaking, and that creativity may bring you to some truth as well. A truth that you've been denying yourself. It's always been there, but it's hidden, and now it's going to come to the surface. And I love it, and I love it all so much. As many of you know, signs and synchronicity are a part of this journey. Synchronicity is both of you, your energies. It's crazy. There's no coincidences. Everything happens the way it's meant to happen on your journey. Each journey is different, but we travel the same path to true authenticity and love, self-love, and unconditional love. And the feminine animal spirit message today is white raven spirit. Trust in the magic. Now, this white raven has been coming up quite often for the feminine energy, and it is very difficult because we always want to place, I don't know what, conditions and labels and all sorts of things as it resonates for this journey, because we live in a third dimensional world, so why wouldn't you? It stems far greater than the limitations of this third dimensional world, and the message is to trust in that magic. That magic is you. You invoke that magic within each other. This is a magical journey. You will come to some pretty awesome destinations of yourself, different dimensions, lucid dreaming, all sorts of beautiful things. The one thing you have to do is have that trust and have that faith, because if you deny that trust and you deny that faith, then the magic will just melt away and it will no longer be there. And the masculine animal spirit message today is groundhog spirit, time to let go. And that's exactly it. Let go. Letting go of, some of this inner child trauma that's been, I want to say, a burden. Acknowledging that, letting it go, becoming intimate, realizing that's who we are. It's part of our soul DNA. And if we continue to, I want to say, go back to the past and say, well, this happened and this happened, that's why this is happening, you're a prisoner. You're being a prisoner of that child. And it's just truly time just to let it go and be free. The source, God, universe, divine does not want you to be a prisoner at all. This is a journey to get to the best version of you, to see the light, to see the beauty. We are denied that sometimes, and we're not meant to be. And letting it go is just best place to be. And the overall energy, animal spirit message today is swan spirit. Now, I love swans. Time for a deep dive. And what that truly means is it is time for a deep dive. Deep dive within yourself. There's something calling out to you. There's some truth. I feel that maybe you're denying. It's your inner guide screaming at you. It could be your inner child screaming at you. But it is time to do a deep dive within yourself. And what is not working? What is just really, truly not working in your life? Sometimes we stay attached to things because if there's legacy to it, or there's love, right? But it doesn't always mean it's good for us. And you can always just gently remove yourself from that toxicity and have healthy boundaries for yourself. There's no harm in having a healthy boundary and standing in your own power and taking your power back from the people who've taken it from you. So that's what I have for you, beautiful souls, today. Again, if any of this resonates, kindly hit like, comment, and subscribe. I love your comments. Keep commenting, especially if any of this resonates, and have a beautiful, beautiful day.